Hey everyone, Blockchain Bernie here with my latest episode, again, broadcasting live. So what I'm doing is I provide liquidity to liquidity pools, to trading pools on the Solana blockchain. And I'll show you in this episode exactly how much I make off of that, how it could work for you, what the rewards could be, what platform you should use. I'm using Raydium, and I'm show you exactly why I'm using Raydium and not Orca and not Meteora and not Camino for that. And let's dive right into it. So make sure to watch all the way to the end so that you'll get the idea on how it all works. And it's basically for everyone. Liquidity providing sounds like you need to have, a lot of money to provide the liquidity there. You can literally do it with $10 if you wanted to, right? So let's dive into it. Here we're on Raydium.io, and I have that tab here called Liquidity Pools. And I've already connected my wallet. That's the Blockchain Bernie wallet that I use to buy my mother token also, the Iggy Azalea tokens. So when you go to liquidity pools here, right? So there's a swap tab here where you can do your swaps, and there is liquidity. And by the way, Raydium is one of the oldest pools one of the oldest DeFi tools that are out there. On the Solana chain. I think they went with time. They updated their tools, and it is quite useful. And why is it quite useful? Look at this here. We have all these liquidity pools here, right, that they show us. This concentrated and standard. Well, everyone goes concentrated these days. I think that's the best way to go. And then you see these liquidity pools here. The pools is like two cryptocurrencies that you can trade for each other in that pool. So this one is Sol versus USDC. So on the swap page, if you swap Sol for USDC or USDC vice versa, then the tool is looking for some liquidity pools to actually do the swap for you, right? So it could find this pool here, for example. It has over $3 million in it. It's being used like crazy. The volume in the last 24 hours was 36 million. So in 24 hours, the volume of the pool is like over 10 times turned over. And the fees that have been generated in the last 24 hours to trade these $36 million was 7,219. So these fees are being paid by the people that swap. And those are relatively low fees, as you see. What is $7,000 compared to 36 million, right? That's 0.00 whatever percent, right? So people can trade low fees on the Solana chain, and they can trade low fees right here on Raydium. But part of these fees, right? Part of these fees go to Raydium because they operate the platform, they develop the platform and everything. But another part of these fees go to you if you provide the liquidity, because they couldn't do it if there weren't any liquidity providers, right? So providing liquidity in trading pools is a great way to earn extra income. And I'll dive into both the rewards, but also the risks of doing that, right? So let's go back here and have a look. So if we would do that in this pool here that I just mentioned, the APR, and it should be APY actually. It shouldn't be APR. It's an APY. It's your yield, right? So, and these fees, that's not what you pay as a liquidity provider. That's what the swappers pay when they want to swap Sol for USDC, and you help those swappers. They couldn't swap without your liquidity, right? So that's why they pay the fees. And this is just the fees that go to you as a liquidity provider, right? So in 24 hours, we had $7,200 being paid out to the liquidity providers, like you, on this specific pool here between Sol and USDC. And here we see a crazy high number for the annual yield, 85%, right? So you could earn 85% a year by providing liquidity to that pool. And then you might ask, well, if it's like that, why isn't everyone doing it, right? So there are risks associated, and those are real simple to understand here, right? It's not like complicated risks under the hood. If you go back here, you see that it's a pool between Sol and USDC. So the USDC obviously is pegged to the US dollar. So it won't change its price relative to the US dollar, but the Sol price will go up and down. As we all know, it's kind of crazy volatile, just as the Bitcoin price or stuff like that, even more volatile than Bitcoin. So what does that mean? You need to, when you provide liquidity, you need to provide liquidity for both sides, for both Sol and USDC, so that people can swap. And if the prices change, Sol versus USDC, you know, you might end up getting, you know, you might put in 50% in USDC and 50% in Sol right now, and then you leave it in for a month, but then you might get 60% in Sol and 40% in USDC, and Sol might have gone down in price, right? So that's basically the risk. That risk is called impermanent loss. It's called impermanent because, well, if you keep it in there, the price might recover, and you know that the loss is impermanent. So for some reason they call it impermanent loss, but it's a risk, right? And basically it's relatively simple. If you look at all these different pools here, the APY is the higher, the more we have a risk of these assets trading, the prices diverging, right? So if we have a USDC versus USDT, the risk that the price diverge from these two, it's both stable coins, both are pegged to the US dollar, nothing should happen there, right? That's why the yield is definitely lower here with 8.6%. And there is Sol versus MSol. There won't be happening that much. So it's only 1.49%. I would rather do the USDT for USDC for 8% rather than doing Sol MSol for 1.49%, right? So, and then there's others here like Sol for Cookie, right? There's some mysterious cookie token here. Nobody knows how the price will develop. Risk that the price diverges from Sol is crazy high. So that's why they are providing a crazy high yield here, right? Sol versus Raydium, right? They might go, the Ray is that Raydium token here. They might go quite synced, but you never know, right? So we have something in the middle here. And then, yeah, as we have these more or less dubious tokens here, FWOG, PopCat, you know, we have these hundreds of percentage points here. I've did that on the Camino platform for you at some point in time. I did Sol USDC. I did quite well there. The permanent loss didn't hit me that much. But, you know, today what I want to show you is something more conservative here, right? So, and by the way, why I'm using Raydium here as compared to the others is they have special symbols here. You get the trading fees. If you provide liquidity, you get the trading fees anyway, right? But with some of these liquidity pools, they are especially sponsored by extra rewards. And that means that that we have these things here. Where's that little Raydium token, right? What does that mean? And let's just go to my pool here that I like. The what's happening here? Where's my, why can I scroll it here? Oh, I can scroll here. So that's the pool that I like, USDC versus USDT. And that has that little Raydium logo here also. And when we look at the rewards up here, it means like the rewards that I can expect, and they have that little donut chart here, right? Trading fees, I get 8.26% annual yield, and that's better than putting, you know, USD somewhere in a savings account, right? 8.26% is nice, But I also get Raydium tokens because Raydium is giving me extra rewards here. It's another 0.34% a year that I get in the form of Raydium tokens, right? And it ends on 10/15/24. So those are some nice extra rewards that I can get here. And why am I telling you all that? The Xandeum Foundation, so Xandeum is building that scalable storage layer for the Solana chain. They are launching their token in October, and you will be able to become a storage provider in October, a liquidity provider in October for the Xan token that's going to be listed. So you might find it here on Raydium, and you'll get extra rewards, not in the form of Raydium tokens that we see here, but then it will be in the form of Xand tokens, right? And those will be awesome. These here are super low, right? Like, oh, here's a little bit more, 3.45 extra in Raydium tokens, right? That's for the Sol USDT, but I don't want to do that today. I want to go the conservative route here and do the USDC to USDT here, right? So that would just mean I would need a bit of USDT in my wallet, which I currently don't have. I have it all in USDC. So let's go over to Jupiter here, right? And let's say I want to sell 2,000 USDC and want to receive USDT, okay? USDT. So USDT is Tether, the Tether stablecoin, and USDC is the Circle stablecoin, right? And yeah, I'll do it right here on Jupiter, right? Just click swap here. Just a few cents in fees, as you see. I'll confirm. And then boom, transaction confirmed. And now if I look in my wallet, I have, 3,300 USDC, and I have 1991.86. So it was 14 cents in fees here to swap from USDC to USDT. All right, I have that here. So now I go back to my Raydium here, and I'm providing the liquidity here. I want these 8.6% annually plus the 8.26% annually plus the 0.34% extra rewards in Raydium. And again, if you do that for the Xand token, once it's listed, you'll get Xand extra rewards, and they will be in a different area than these 0.34%, right? Those will be way better. All right, so let's do USDC for USDT. Let's go deposit here. So now, let's say I want to deposit like 1,800 USDC. Oh, I would need 2,090 USDC. Why is that a different amount? So I'll show you here. If I put in 1,800 USDC, it wants me to put in 2,090 USDT. That's because the pool currently has higher liquidity in USDC that people have deposited as compared to USDT. So they want to always have the pool balanced. So they require a slightly higher amount in USDT. So I might go down to 1,600 here, or maybe 1,700. Yeah, let's do that. 1,700 USDC, 1974 USDT. So I'm depositing $3,674. And it's that deposit ratio here, which might change when I claim it back later on. But I don't care that much if that ratio changes when I get them back, because they should both be worth $1, right? Unless something terrible happens with one of these two, right? They might unpeg or something. But that type of risk is usually considered really low, especially for Circle, for USDC. But also for USDT. I mean, there was a slightly higher risk when You know, in late 2022, when FTX went bankrupt and all these things, and there was a large turmoil in the market. But as we're talking, and that could happen any time again, right? Market turmoils can happen anywhere, not only in crypto, but, you know, everywhere in life. So that's a risk, of course. But, you know, it's considered a relatively low risk these days. So there's no market turmoil right here, and it's not on the horizon. So we can definitely go ahead here, or I can definitely go ahead and create this position here, deposit it here. So it's as easy as that. And you can do it with $17, right? You don't need to have a 17,000, right? You can do 17 USDC, 19.7 USDT, and you still get your 8%, and the fees are really low, and the 8%, even on this small amount, might be able to make it pay off for you, right? So I'm going to do it with these amounts here that I had. I'm going to create the position. I'm going to confirm the deposit and confirm the transaction in my wallet. And boom, it's processing, and the deposit was successful, right? So I can say, view my position here. So I have an NFT now, which represents my concentrated liquidity position in my wallet, and it's asking me not to burn this NFT because that is my pass, so to say, my receipt for having provided this liquidity. Okay, so I go here, I say view my positions, and now I see that I have 3,600 in this pool here, and in this concentrated pool. Yeah, so let's see now if I will get this APY of 8 point something percent that they promised me. For some reason here they write 3.9, whatever that is. And that's a different pool here, right? So that's not the pool that I deposited to. Anyway, I put that in this pool now, and looking at my wallet here, I have my wallet here. I still have my mother tokens. They are still up like crazy, even though they were way more up, but I'm still in the green here with these tokens. You know, I bought them for 4,000. I sold for 5,600, including the taxes that were there. So I have my 4,000 back and have another 14,000 in profits still here in that mother token, and I'm keeping it for now. The USDC and USDT positions went down, and I might find the NFT somewhere here. So yeah, I don't know where to see my NFT here for the liquidity provision, but yeah. Anyway, I see my positions here on Raydium, and if I go to other platforms like, let's say, Orca, right? Orca is one of these, or let's say Meteora. Meteora is a quite popular platform these days on Solana. It's right here. Go to the app, and there I have all these liquidity pools as well. But, you know, they're giving me the yields here, but they are not giving me the extra rewards, right? The incentivized liquidity pools, because that's what's often happening. Projects give incentives for providing liquidity. So you get not only the trading fees, but you get some other tokens on top of it, just that I'm getting right now from this pool that I just deposited into. And I love that, right? And Xandeum is very much, the Xandeum Foundation is very much planning on doing that also, offering extra rewards for providing liquidity at some point in time. So watch out for a launch, and you need to be subscribed to everything, right? So you need to go to Xandeum.com, and subscribe to all our channels. So if you see that here, here's the Discord, and subscribe also to our email list and to our X, because all these launches and exciting developments are just around the corner. We will be flying out to Singapore for the annual Solana Breakpoint event really soon, within a few days, and everything will be announced there. We're going to be a major sponsor of the Solana Breakpoint event. And yeah, once everything's launched on our end, but you need to stay up to date, because all these rewards, they will be time constrained, right? So once our pools launch, all the rewards will be the highest, and the rewards will kind of fizzle out a little bit over time, because we want to reward the early adopters, the ones that are there on day one. We want to reward them the most. So you need to stay online and up to date and subscribe to all these channels, especially the email list, but also the Discord and also our X. So yeah, I hope I've shown you a little bit on how liquidity providing works. It's a fun way to help the crypto ecosystem, to help people being able to swap one token into the other and earning fees from that. And these fees are relatively low, but still you can earn a nice APR, APY on that. And you can earn these extra rewards. And Raydium is the one DeFi platform that offers these pools that shows you all these extra rewards with these tokens nicely, you know, and you can just see on these little logos which pool is offering these extra rewards. That's fun, and that's very informative, and that helps me find these things that give me the extra rewards. So that's why I like this Raydium platform. That's why I've put my liquidity into this Raydium pool, and I will keep you up to date. I'll keep it in there for a couple of months and see if I will really get my 8.26% plus the additional Raydium rewards. All right. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Catch